Hey, Shalom, Mashallah. When the stone of Salzburg giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kadash, double honor to the apostles of GMS, and honor to you brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. It's a quick one. It's, just from inspired from this precept here. It's 1 Corinthians 12:2. It says, "Ye know that ye were Gentiles, carried away unto these dumb idols, even as ye were led." Now, I was watching. I forgot who was watching. One of the apostles, basically bringing that out and making the comparison between now and back then, right? Just like how now, Jay, hey, might have brothers in truth work a particular job where they go to wear a suit and tie, or you have certain brothers that came from certain positions in the military. They were in the military. They're like, oh man, hey, this is the truth. Came out of the military, started preaching and doing the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You have certain Israelites that are right now that are cops, right? And in the old world, they would have maybe had a similar kind of role, right? A role of authority like that, right? You even have a certain Israelites in positions of power, in Congress, right? Apostle was saying, there's loads of different politicians out there, and just like today, before we came into this thing, we were doing all manner of different wickedness into all different things, right? But through the washing of this word, what we became new. In fact, I was just watching one of the brother here, Kabash's video, right? And he brought out this precept, it's Ezekiel 36 chapter, which is a beautiful chapter, right? It's Ezekiel 36. I forgot where I want to start though. Let's bit further down. In fact, I'll read into it because it actually goes into what we're going into right now. Okay. So I said the whole chapter is good, man. So I'll start from verse 19. Ezekiel 36:19 says, "And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them." And that goes back to one of the curses, right, written in the book of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. It says, "And Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone." Okay, so the Lord scattered us everywhere. That's why we was in this captivity, that captivity, which is why some people stayed and some people left, right? Despite the fact that America is on its way to be destroyed, you have certain Jakes that want to stay there, right? That are hoping that we are wrong so that America can continue. So imagine through hundreds and hundreds of years of captivity, Jacob been in this captivity, and then guess what happened? They got a little bit of ass, and then they wanted to stay. They got ass and got comfortable. Wanted to stay in the land of their captivity. Okay. So that's how Israel got scattered all throughout the ages. That's why you're gonna have a Buddhist Israelites, Hindu Israelites, right? Pagan Israelites, right? Israelites into all manner of different things, serving all manner of gods because we've been scattered amongst all people. All right, so we carry on. This is Ezekiel 36:20. Now, this is when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went. Right, they profaned my holy name when they said to them, "These are the people of Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land." Right, when you watch and observe what Israel be doing at the moment, man, hey, we're not living up to the surname that we were given, not in the slightest. Right, the Lord surnamed us Israel. Right, we're supposed to be set apart better, separate from all of these different heathens. But guess what? Right, hey, we are amongst we'll just say the righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him. Right, and then Jake being the best, right, go even worse than the wicked, man. Okay. So hey, when you see a Jake abuser, right, he's worse than an Edomite abuser, man. And when I say abuser, I'm referring to abusers of themselves, of mankind, right? It says, these are the people of Yahweh, and are gone forth out of his land. But I had pity for my holy name, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. So how can we not know the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? But the only reason we're being saved, right, is because the Lord had pity on his holy name, right, that we have been profaning. It says, therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord power, I do not this for your sake, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen whither ye went. Now, how can that be done? Right? That's done because the Lord's basically given his name. We believe through spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we've been, that we know that name. Okay, let me grab this verse. Amos 3:7 says, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. Right, so is it a secret? Yes. But is it revealed? Yes, revealed unto his prophets. Okay, it says Ezekiel 33:33. It says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. So these things are going to come to pass, right? And when it comes to pass, they're going to be like, yo, but who said it? That is what them guys from Great Millstone have been saying. And then guess what's going to happen? They're going to say, well, what name were they preaching? Well, they said the name of the Father was Yahweh, right? And they said the name of the Son was Yahweh Shai, right? So then they're going to be like, well, hey, those are the real gods. And that is how Yahweh Hashem Shai is preparing for his name to be praised, right? It says verse 23, and I will sanctify my great name which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, saith the Lord power, and I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. For instance, I think about Revelation 1:7. It speaks about how every eye shall see this man's destruction. Okay, and then once again, they're going to be like, whoa, what name, who did this? And then they're going to say, yo, the man from Great Millstone, they said, yeah, how about Shem Shai? And they, these heathens, these people, they going to be like, word. Right? Scriptures talk about how every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Verse 24 says, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries, and I'll bring you into your own land. So this point again about how the children of Israel have been scattered amongst all these different nations. We've taken on their customs, and a lot of us are heathens, man. A lot you see Jake and all of that, they've just be doing even dark, the archetype Judite, right? Even the archetype Judah, you look at him and he's doing some heathen shit, man. Well, we really got to understand, he be eating pork like it's nothing. Right? That is something of the heathens, man. I was dealing with a Korean, I believe she was a Jake. But see all the food that she was eating, man. I was like, yo, man, you some heathen, man. Right? Because that's how it makes you look at these people when they are doing the things of the heathen. Right? You're like, yo, these man are going off, man. This is. Oh, where is that? Cast. I was trying to find the words. The scriptures talk about, roughly paraphrasing, to cast. I don't know if you follow not, we'll cast them out as a heathen, man. Right, but and that was in reference to an Israelite. But I can get this. I know where this one is. It's Romans 9:6. Right, it says, not as though the word of the Most High hath taken none effect, for they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Right, so you have a whole load of our people right now that are just like unto the heathens, whether they're scattered, right? And they're doing heathen things, but guess what? They're still an Israelite, right? And then they're just gonna have to come back in the kingdom, man. And that's their lot, right? The Lord has made everyone in their lot, right? We just hope to be in the lot of the elect. It says, and gather you out of all countries, and I'll bring you into your own land. There will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. From all your filthiness, from all your idols will I cleanse you. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away your stony heart out of your flesh, and will give you a heart of flesh. And this is the second covenant, right? This is the New Testament, right? What we're reading here in Ezekiel 36 chapter is the New Testament. Okay, the new promises that have been made to the house of Israel. Okay. So yeah, I don't know if I actually did I actually even read First Corinthians 12. Yeah, so I'll read that again, right? So yeah, First Corinthians 12 and 2, you know that you were Gentiles carried away onto these dumb idols, right? Idols. Let's look into this word here. Dumb, I believe it's just going into, oh great, it's Satan, man. Why are you gonna do that to me? Hey, you see that? That's Satan for you, man. Chrome just crashed on me. Okay, we back. Right, so yeah, dumb, I believe that's going into not being able to speak, voiceless, right, without faculty of speech, of idols. Okay, so these idols, they can't speak, they can't say anything, right? Whereas we read about Yahweh, right, you scriptures constantly say things like the living power, right? Because our power lives, whereas what does the scriptures say of these what do you call it, of these other gods? It's not Psalms 96 and 5. It says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but Yahweh made the heavens. Right? It's basically saying they're idols, but Yahweh's actually doing something. Right? So, to break this down, final says, you know that you were Gentiles. So at some point we were as the Gentiles, but as we was reading Ezekiel 36 chapter, right, we will be cleaned. Right? And we're in that cleansing process right now. Okay, by the renewing of our minds. It says, we read Deuteronomy 28. And this is Jeremiah 17 and 4. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. So for a period of time, we didn't know who we were. We didn't know who we were. Right? But that's all for fulfillment of prophecy. Why? Because if we didn't know who, if we constantly knew who we were, then there couldn't have been a cover up of who the real children of Israel were, right? But because it has been a cover up, when now that we're saying we're the children of Israel, guess what people are saying? They're saying you're not the children of Israel. What does the scripture say? It says Hosea 1 and 10, yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living power. Right? So and this is the land where it's say what did vocab say? Well, I lean on the people in Israel. I lean on them people, the real Israelites, despite the fact they don't fulfill the prophecy. Right? They don't not fulfill, but they don't fit the prophecy. Man, we fit the prophecies. Right? Multiple of them. Right? All of them. We fit the what we're talking about. Right? All the prophecies pertaining to that children of Israel, we fulfill it, man. Right? Whereas they fulfill the prophecies of the wicked. I'll carry on. It says, and thou, Jeremiah 17 and 4 again, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And then that's when we became as Gentiles, right? So now I'll cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine heart which shall burn forever. So it was once again going back to the fact that this was a curse put upon us because we went off. Okay, but we are at the end of this man's kingdom. What comes after the end of this man's kingdom, right? Our kingdoms. That's why in the flesh, right? These are going to be some testing times, but we know that there is joy. So to quote, Apostle Ram, I was like, hey, hey, bring it on, man. Lord, let's say, Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua put the spirit on these, so to just keep pushing, man, right, so that we can get the hell out of here. Okay, this is 2 Moses 6 and 9. So for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right, so hey, we forgot who we were, and we were Gentiles, but very soon, right, we're gonna be we're gonna be Israelites in their perfection. Because right now we're Israelites, but we're not in our perfection yet. We're still in these corruptible bodies, right? But in the time to come, we're going to receive bodies incorruptible, right? And then, Lord's will, we can be delivered, right? But what am I talking about? Let me see that. Say that again, right? We're gonna receive them incorruptible bodies, right, in the kingdom, and then we're gonna live forever. Yeah, that's better, right? So as always, Lord's will, those edifying. Till next time, shalom.